Good day, my Nigerian people. As we're about to enter the new year, and everybody is thinking of making a New Year resolution, and the New Year resolution is always about targeting the revolution of Nigeria proper. And as individual human being, have you ever stopped to ask yourself the resolution of Nigeria's problem that we're all battling and crying for? Who structured the system that has become what it is? And how did Nigeria begin to reach to the stage it is now that we are struggling to liberate it through a revolution? Because the problem is that it is good to always pray and demand for a resolution. But the problem is that the mental picture, the mental programming that every Nigerian person has always kept about Nigeria is another thing different. Because we always see most of our Nigerian citizens praying with a die-hard mindset of wanting Nigeria to be better. But deep down in our mind, we always have the concept of Nigeria is always a bad country. We always repeatedly continue talking about it in that format. Everybody wakes up in the morning with if any conversation come up, the next thing you hear from a Nigerian person is that Nigeria is a bad country. Nigeria is a bad country. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is that. There is no time we have ever sat down to think of, okay, we should begin to utter good words about Nigeria, because in our mouths, words that come out of our mouths have the power to invoke positivity and then has same power to invoke negativity. Just like it is said that in the mouth lies the power of death and life. So we have successfully structured a negative narrative about Nigeria, and then we keep praying for Nigeria to be better. So how can you now have a bad negative interest mindset about something, and then you pray for the same thing to be liberated? How will that work? How will your prayer be accepted? Because you can have a faith that is righteous and rooted in the doctrine of God, but it is another thing for you to be able to program your mind to always think positively about something you are praying for. Because you cannot have a negative mindset about something and then you are praying positive things about that thing. How will it work? So as you are stepping into the new year to come, and everybody is praying and crying for a better Nigeria, for a better country of ours, for a better country that with so much love and so much desire. Someone like me, I don't see myself leaving Nigeria to any country. People might think I'm just saying it because I'm not getting the opportunity. But I love the Nigerian country. But the problem is that Nigeria is not our problem. The system that are being structured by individual human beings with their ignorant mentality is the problem that is keeping Nigerian captive. So as we pray and seek God to help us liberate Nigeria and help Nigeria become what it's supposed to be, let's also begin to examine our mind, our thoughts carefully, so that I can be able to readjust our thinking to be able to have a meaningful thought, a positive thought about Nigerian country, so that whatever time we find ourselves conversing or discussing anything about Nigeria, it will always be a positive